Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Rask100, and in today's video we'll be looking at the top 5 worst defenders in Rainbow Six. The top 5 best attackers and defenders did so well. I thought, why not do the worst defenders? Because, the meta is so balanced at the moment. I feel like almost every single defender can be picked. So don't have a go at me for maybe someone like that in the list. Because I still think they're fantastic operators. I just think they're the worst out of the bunch. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. And number 1, drum roll, it is Caveira. Caveira is a casual's like wet dream, I'd say. Like every single casual player is like, oh, Caveira, let me get my interrogation. It just isn't what is needed in Siege anymore. Cav is just meh. The gun is good, the ability itself is cool when it pulls off, but you should never really be able to pull off an interrogation if you play the game properly and how it's supposed to be played. Again, testament to Rainbow Six Siege and the balancing at the moment. I found this list incredibly hard to make, and I have to put pros and cons to why I'm on the list. But I think you guys, if you actually look at like tier lists that I've made on my channel, for example, when you look at the bottom couple of tiers, it's really hard, man. There isn't that many operators that are low on this list. So again, going back to Cav, yeah, she has okay utility and she has okay guns. I just don't think her ability is, what sets her out of the top 5 worst. I feel like her ability is like 1 in 1,000. It kind of pulls off, and when it pulls off, it's cool. And a lot of the time, if you even know you're getting interrogated, you can shout to your teammates and they can kind of get out of the map sometimes. It's only like, it just doesn't really work as much as it used to. For like an older Siege, Caveira was cool and an edgy character to pick, and it would work, but unless you're godly, it just ain't gonna work. Then we're moving on to this character, and this character for me, I'm only again hammering this character in the dirt because I feel like this character just is due a major like buff / rework, because it's a great character in Siege and I actually think it's got a great place for it. It just isn't used properly, which is Warden. For me, Warden just needs some sort of like, I will keep saying this in my videos because I think it is the best change for Warden, is that he doesn't need to pop his glasses. They constantly are active and he only has like 4 or 5 charges of them. When someone throws a flashbang around the corner and it detonates, you don't need to press middle mouse or whatever your button is to activate his ability. It already activates, so you guys can like swing the corner and go attack it and go attack the flashbang instead of having to stand still, activate, put your goggles on, and he only has 3 or 4 or 5. That's not my job to figure that out. Of those, he has obviously a great gun and a cool pistol or a shotgun if you want to use it, and a C4. His utility and gun is all there. Everything you want from Warden is there. Just the ability itself lets him down tremendously. He looks cool as hell. He's a dapper young man. Everything about him is sick. I just think his ability is not where it needs to be. For me, you never want to see a Warden on your team. I think we can all agree with that. We never go, oh, let's go. Like, when you've got like a Mute or a Rooney or Malusi, you're like, let's go. We've got them on the team, a Thunderbird, useful picks. When you see a Warden, you're thinking, oh, the guy's going for his funny clips, or he's kind of throwing the game. So that's my pick. I understand why you Warden mains are loyal to my man. I'm not hating on him. I actually want him to get improved. He has to go in the top 5 worst defenders without a shadow of a doubt. Moving on to probably, one of the most controversial, and I'm sure as hell you guys are going to write a comment down below thinking I've absolutely smoked too much G Fuel. The next worst operator in Rainbow Six Siege is Tachanka. I know I'm going to get a flame for this, and I know I'm going to receive some hate, but I will back down on this. I think Tachanka's LMG is okay. It's like mid-tier. His flame's okay, but how many times can you tell me you've popped your ability with the flames, either killed them? Never. I've literally seen it like 10 times in my life, and I've played a lot of Siege. It never happens. Okay, you might stop them. I'm happy with that. If you can say, yeah, I use the gadget to stop them. But how many times can you even do that? So you have to switch to your gadget, and if I hear Tachanka, let's say I'm 1v1 with Tachanka, and I can hear him switch to his thing, I'm pushing him, man. It takes a second to get that fire out, the gadget to get your fire out. It takes time to activate and detonate. I just feel like it just isn't, with the high-paced Siege at the moment, and how people swing and everything, and how your utility slows are more like your Capcans and your Legions and those kind of things. I just feel like Tachanka gets left behind. His gun's good for rotate and all that kind of stuff. I just don't see how Tachanka... Just basically, if you don't think Tachanka is in this list, name me a character instead of Tachanka down below that should be here instead of Tachanka. I'd love to know what your reasoning is and why he shouldn't. Because the more you think about it, the more you'd be like, yeah, okay. And the amount of times you see Tachanka pop off or work, very little. So that's my opinion. I love him as a character. Again, like Warden, I'd love to see him improve, but I just can't... I can't think of another character that deserves to that spot instead of Tachanka. Now we've got Echo. Echo was actually used a lot in SI recently if you watch it in little sneaky spots, but like again, it only really works if you play it as a team. Echo. He's an okay character, he just isn't what he used to be. Before your Echo drones would be invisible and you could put them in spots, and Echo would be a sick operator. Really, really annoying. Used to be my top 5. I don't know if I made a top 5 most hated video, which if you guys want that, I can definitely make that video. Echo definitely would have been in. Not anymore. He wouldn't be in it anymore. Just because I feel like he's very underwhelming. If I see an Echo on the other team, I don't really worry about it. They're very easy to spot now. And yeah, they're kind of like a Mozzie drone, like a bad Mozzie drone. And Mozzie's not even like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's not really, that's all what Echo's about. That's not what Mozzie's about necessarily. It just, it makes noise. I just don't vibe with it. His gun's cool. He's got, I think he has a shield still. It's really nice. But I just don't rate Echo. Do you know what I mean? I just feel like I just want to see a lot more other operators like Maestro, for example, rather than an Echo. Like I said earlier in the video, testament to Siege, man. This is a hard list. This is probably harder than the attackers when I had to do it. Like I said in the last video, please just take 5 minutes out of your day to write the top 5 worst defenders for you guys, Rainbow Six Siege. And you'd see it's actually quite hard, man. There's a lot of characters that are actually quite good. And just because they're on the top 5 worst defender doesn't mean they're bad. It just means they're the top 5 worst in my opinion. It doesn't mean they're bad. I think almost every single character in Siege at the moment can be played. They're just the worst 5 that I wouldn't recommend playing at the moment in the current meta in Rainbow Six Siege. And Echo fits right into that bracket for me. And then we're moving on to a painful one. I was sitting here with the last one going, wow, who am I actually going to put in this? I actually don't know who the 5th one is. Looking through, thinking about other characters, thinking like, oh, well, you know, your Clash could go in here, your Pulse could go in here, those, even maybe an Ella or whatever, those guys could go in there. But I think like a Clash and a Pulse bring more than this character right now, which you might be absolutely like no shot or asker, you're not putting him in there, is Bandit. You'd be like, what the Bandit? Yes, only because I'm so against Bandit at the moment. I feel like if you're a Bandit player, it's so hard, man. Unless you've got 3 teammates, like you basically need 2 mute jammers, you need a Mozzie pest, you need perfect Bandit tricking. It's absolute pain in the arse at the moment to be a Bandit player. I feel like Pulse and Clash do bring more than Bandit actually does. And what I mean by that, for example, more than anyone on this list actually, is that Clash, his information game is fantastic. Clash played with another character is absolutely fantastic. Bandit tricking, I think like what I'm trying to say is that Clash can only need 1 more player. When you're Bandit tricking, you basically need 1 or 2 other people to help you. It's a pain in the arse, man. If the attackers do it right, you should almost not be able to Bandit trick whatsoever. You can get naded from below or above, or sledge the 4 out above and below. It's just a pain in the arse now. With the, obviously, when Thatcher's not banned, you can't Bandit trick against Thatcher. It's almost impossible. Pulse again, it allows him to give information more than Bandit can do. Also has a C4 so that balances each other out, but Pulse gives more information than Bandit does. Bandit has a better gun, etc. Blah blah blah. We're not having head-to-heads, but that's just my thinking behind Bandit. A lot of people who are in this list for me need some sort of buff and change. As you guys have seen, or maybe don't know, Bandit is going to get a rework where he can maybe put more than 1 of his bandits on the same wall, so that stops, you know, like when a device gets deactivated, you can put the same one instead of shooting it. This will definitely help Bandit. If that was in the game right now, he wouldn't be in this list, but right now, in 2022, in Rainbow Six Siege, this character has to be in my top 5 worst defenders, only because I loved him so much, and he used to be so good, and now it feels like, not a troll pick, but it just is painful. I only pick him for the gun, the MP7 and the C4. I don't actually pick him for his electricity. Kaede is 10 times better, and even your mutes and the other characters are much better for a Bandit. So that's my top 5 worst defenders. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate all the support on this channel. The growth is insane. I hope you enjoy the content. I hope you appreciate the consistent 5-6 videos a week. So excited for the new season to come out. It might already be out by the time this video comes out. And again, have a great day, and thank you for all the support, and keep smiling, guys.